Right. So, welcome again to my session on AWS. Mr. Karim Sayed here, one of a senior IT person. So, yeah. So, I have totally 20 years experience in different technologies in IT. So, along with cloud computing technologies. So in this session, we'll try to discuss just we'll start with basic things. Every concept I will start from scratch. Okay, so no need to worry. You can ask if any queries are there, anything, feel free to ask the questions. Better use the chat panel. Okay, so to avoid disturbance in the recording. So maybe, yeah, so if any simple doubts are there, you can ask me. We can make this session as a interactive session. Okay. So you can ask me any questions. Better use chat panel. Recommended. Yes. Yes. Let's say we'll start our class. So yeah, we'll see today in the today's class. We'll discuss like introduction part. We'll see what is cloud computing. Okay. So as part of this session, remember, I will provide you all the recorded sessions. Our team will provide you. Durgasoft team will provide you all the recorded sessions, daily recordings. Plus, I will provide you soft copy material along with the PPTs what I am showing. Plus, I will provide you the notes so that you can, yeah. Later we'll see, Vivek, yes. So all those things we'll share you, okay, as part of our daily classes. So once you register, these people will share you the material, plus they will share you the link so that you can log in and you can start watching the videos. Okay, yes. So I'll provide you my WhatsApp number later, or we have already, support number is there from Durgasoft. If any doubts are there, any queries are there, you can send the doubts to that number. Okay, so let's say we'll start with our class. Yes, if any queries are there regarding our course, already we know the course content. Maybe you have gone through already. Okay, so just we'll start with yes. If you have seen the course content here, maybe you can check here. First, we'll start with introduction to cloud computing. Yeah, we'll start with here cloud computing. We'll we'll discuss all these things from scratch. No need to worry. After that, we'll go with identity and access manager. In shortcut, we are calling it as IAM. So here I will show you how to create the users, how we are working with the security features of AWS. After that, we'll go with the storage. That means how we are working with the storage. So how to handle the storage. Okay. So just it is like a storage area network where we can store any type of objects. We can work with those objects. Storage, which is very, very important for us. Then we'll discuss some basic, some basics of AWS, Linux we'll see, which are required for AWS. Okay, so we'll see after that AWS compute services, which we are calling it as EC2, Elastic Compute Cloud. EC2. See, by using this EC2, we can create our own dedicated servers. We can create our own dedicated machines. We can create. It may be Linux machine or it may be Windows machine. We can work with those servers, dedicated servers. We'll see how we can create the machines, how we are working in cloud. Route 53, we'll see. So, Yeah. So after that, we'll see working with databases, means how we are managing some databases in AWS. It may be like a Oracle database. It may be MySQL database, MS SQL database. So how we can create the databases, how we are working. Then we'll see VPC, we'll see virtual private cloud. So another important concept, this is related to networking related. We'll talk about this in detail, very, very important concept. After that, we'll see security options. We'll see what are the different tools are available in AWS to secure various resources. So then we'll see the application services, which are common to all. These are like main concepts are there as part of this course. Means what? The aim of this course is what? To make you familiar, very good in the AWS platform. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Already we have seen like we need almost all 40 hours are required, 35 to 40 hours we need. We'll see. So we'll discuss here like, So means initially we'll start with 1 hour session. Correct. So 1 hour session will start with. Later on weekends or will increase the timing so that we can finish our classes in 35 to 40 days maximum. Okay. Yes. So we'll go step by step. Parallelly, you can also practice by creating free account. Just remember, in case of lab, we don't have lab sessions. You can practice by your own. Okay. So you need to practice by your own. You can create a AWS account. With that account, you can start practicing by seeing our videos. But I will provide you some lab sessions also. Separate step-by-step lab material also will provide you. This course, AWS Solution Architect or Developer 1 question is it. So this course is common actually. So where we are covering both the exams up to 80%. Suman. Okay, so maybe almost all similar concepts are there, 60%, 70% in both the exams. If you see, only 30% or 25% different concepts are there. Okay, some questions are there. We'll talk about the questions later, better, right? First, we'll start our concepts first. No need to worry. We'll go step by step. Even if you are new to AWS, no need to worry. Okay. So, after attending this course, you can enter in the organization. You can try to work on AWS with almost all three years experience. Okay. Prerequisites are there. Linux basics are required. Prerequisites for us. Okay. So we'll see that Linux basics. SysOps, maybe I think 50% is covered. SysOps, it is separately for system and operations. Okay, so we'll see that one by one. No need to worry. Okay, so at the last we'll talk about some more questions. Okay, first we will start our course. Yes. We'll start our class. At the last. We'll see. We'll go with step by step. No need to worry. No. This course is not AWS with DevOps. DevOps is a separate course. This is the only AWS course. It is Amazon Web Services course. Okay. Right. No. This is not DevOps course. Please understand all the people. This is not DevOps course. DevOps course is a separate course. This is purely AWS course. Means where you will get complete platform knowledge. AWS knowledge you will get completely. So after this after this, what you can do, you can attend the DevOps course. Okay, you can write the exam, certification exams. Okay, so yeah, after that we'll see. Yeah, we'll take the questions better. First we'll start our class. After the session, anyhow we have time, 5 to 10 minutes time. We'll take the questions. Okay, thank you very much. Yes, check here. Let's say we'll start our class. So basically, remember, like as part of today's class, we'll discuss like what is cloud computing. We'll see what is AWS, how we are working with AWS. Okay, what is cloud computing, what is Amazon Web Services, brief history. After that, we'll see how we are working with AWS. Okay, right, excellent. We'll start with, so basically remember like what is cloud computing. Basically we know already, like cloud computing is one of a very emerging technology, one of the latest technology available in the market today, right? Yes, so not only software developer, every resource, every IT resource, maybe we are working with software or hardware or any type of IT resource person. So yeah, we have to know cloud computing. Today, everyone should work with cloud computing, right? Maybe you are experienced Java developer, maybe you are experienced .NET developer, everyone's here. For everyone today, cloud computing is compulsory for us. Why? Because today almost all most of the organizations are moving towards cloud computing. What is exactly cloud computing? We'll see. Just remember, like, yeah, cloud means basically we know, right? Which is there somewhere, which we can see. We don't know what is there exactly. Same thing, remember, in case of cloud computing, we have to understand here. So, yeah, cloud computing is basically for yeah, any type of computing resources. So just yeah, any type of computing resources, remember, we are providing through this cloud computing model today. Before that, here we'll see the scenarios. We'll discuss the scenario. So basically, remember, like in case of previously, we used to use this on-premises environment. On-premises environment. So suppose, let's say what we'll do tomorrow, let's say I'm going to set up one organization. Okay, XYZ organization, for example. Okay, so in case of India Limited, so check here, like what we'll do, like before starting hiring process, before starting any operations of the company, first stage is what? We are going to build a data center. Okay, so just here, so yeah, in the office, remember, in on-premises environment means what? In the same office, yeah, I will allocate some space with air condition, with the dual power supply or RPS power supply in a separate office. Okay, after allocating, say, some space, in that I will make total setup ready. Suppose, let's say I'm going to develop Java applications. So we are going to develop .NET applications, for example. We are supporting Oracle databases, for example. Okay, so whatever the necessary environment is there to start working with for our companies, that setup we have to make first step, right? So after making that setup ready, then we'll recruit the Java developers, .NET developers, various teams, hardware people, resource people. Then we'll start our operations. Let's remember, I'm building one local data center. I'm building first local data center. Check here, in that local data center, we need to maintain some servers, right? Compulsory, we have to maintain some servers. Let's say one DNS server we need, for example. Okay, one web server we need. one database server we need. Again, for this database server, we need one standby server. Okay, so we need for one backup server, one server for monitoring purpose. Okay, so like this, like different machines we are maintaining here. Different servers we are maintaining, different machines we are maintaining. Means what? Again, to maintain these machines, remember, so much other components are required, right? Networking components are required. Okay, so then in the same way, cables are required, like various types of switches are required. Okay, so yeah, various things we need actually to set up one local data center. And once again, remember, to set up this local data center, it is a huge investment is required. Important point we have to understand. To set up local data center in your organization, we need huge investment, right? So lakhs of rupees are required. So recently we have built one of setup for one of our client in Africa. So they have invested almost all Indian rupees, almost all 1 crore, almost all for the setup actually. After that's it. Why? Because not only hardware, we need to purchase software. Okay, we need to purchase the firewalls. We need to purchase antivirus softwares. So many things here. So what we have to understand here, whenever your organization is going to build one local data center, okay, so we have huge cost is it, huge capital expenditure is required. Especially maybe if you have someone has experience with Africa. So we know that we have very less resources in Africa. There is no much infrastructure, especially electricity is very, cost is very high. Electricity cost is very high in Africa. So that's why these are the various problems are there here, okay, with local data center. That's why we have to understand here, two types of computing environments are there here today. Computing environments are there. One is here like on-premises environment is it, on-premises, which is basically, remember, local data center. Local data center which is established in every organization. Okay. Second one is their cloud computing environments here today. See, this cloud computing environments or cloud computing platforms, were started in early 2000. Okay, 2005, 2007. So AWS launch, they have started first time in US, Virginia. So in 2007. First time almost also 13, 14 years back. And AWS was the first platform, okay, which was established the form of cloud computing. So that's why, so it was the first time they have introduced this cloud computing technology. That is the reason today, if you see, most of the clients, means almost all, we can say 70% clients, 30% all the other cloud platforms. 70% clients are there with our AWS today. And AWS is the leading, we'll see again, leading cloud computing platform today in the market. We'll see that. I will show you some reports also, not just by saying by words. We'll see. This is like that's it. Two types of computing environments are there. On-premises environment is there. Cloud computing platforms are there. Already just now we have discussed like what are the various limitations are there with on-premises environments. One is like capital expenditure is very high. Very high. Means what, like if you want to build, let's say tomorrow you want to start one startup company, so you have to build the data center whose cost is very high. Means we don't know whether the company may success or fail for example, general 90% will have positive approach, generally I'm saying. So if it is something happen, for example, that huge investment is wasted, right? So that's why capital expenditure is very high. The same way, remember, operational expenditure is also very high. Means what? Monthly expenditure. Why? Because we need to maintain Windows team, storage team, networking team, then security team, like so many teams we have to maintain. Operational expenditure is also high. In the same way, in case of like local data centers, mainly here, security issues are there. Means what? Like hackers may try to hack our data center easily. Not always, I'm saying not 100%. Maybe chances are there, 10% chances are there if you are not following some very high best practices towards security. Yes. So the same way, yeah. So what about this scalability? Scalability issues are there. Means what? Like for example, let's say, or we can say like elasticity. Various terms are there. Scalability means whenever you want to expand, the business is expanded. So if you want to increase the resources, again we need to invest the money. So mainly remember, another main factor of on-premises environment, where in today's environment, which is major limitation. So yeah, time consuming here. Very important. We have to understand time consuming process. Why? Because last year we know in case of India, we have like Arogya Setu app. They have started in India, I'm saying. So yeah, means what? Like suppose let's say in pandemic situation, so like a client is asking, we need this app, but our company is saying, okay, we'll make this app ready after 6 months, after 1 year. Then why we need the app if we are taking 6 months, 1 year, for example? That's what, but like today, when some clients are there, they need immediately the application should be ready. Means what? If you are going to build the local data center, what is the problem? Is it we need to raise the purchase order to some Dell or HP. So they will means for hardware procurement we need some time, 1 month time, 2 months time. Okay, again configure it according to our requirement, then test it, then deploy our applications, then test again applications, then start using. See, here so much time is required, right? Maybe 3 to 6 months time is required, but today's clients, they don't have 3 to 6 months time today, right? So that is here another very big factor, very big limitation of this on-premises environment. Understood, right? So that's why, see, these are the various problems are there. So various problems are there. So resources limitations are there. Means like suppose today we are using one server of which supports up to 512 GB RAM. After 3 years, we need 2 TB RAM. After 6 months, I need 2 TB RAM. Let's say the server is not supporting 2 TB. Maximum it supports 512 GB only. Again, we have to completely replace the server. These are so many problems are there. We have to understand indirectly with on-premises environment or with local data center. We have so many limitations are there. That is the reason today 80 to 85%, almost all we can say 85, or even today, even for government organizations also, Amazon has established separate data centers. That means what? Previously what happened, some finance organizations plus government organizations, okay, they used to build their own local data center. Even the cloud is there. But today, for them also, Amazon is providing the services actually. That's why we can say almost all 90% clients today, they are preferring cloud computing platforms. Okay, that is the reason today, remember, any IT person, okay, needs the knowledge of cloud computing platform. That's remember, even you are a Java developer, Oracle developer, any resource here, either like working with Windows and Windows, working with yeah, Linux, working with storage or networking. Every person today, they need cloud computing knowledge. Okay, right. So why? Because today's year, most of the companies are migrating these on-premises local data centers to cloud computing platforms. Okay, right. What are the why? Yeah, these are the some limitations of cloud computing we have seen. Let's say we'll see some basic definition of cloud computing. We'll see after that. Yeah, we can say indirectly all these limitations we can overcome with the help of what cloud computing platform. What is this exactly? Cloud computing platform. Basically, remember a very simple definition is it. What is cloud computing? Very simple definition is it. So cloud computing is the yeah process of providing the computing resources over the internet. Okay, just providing the computing resources over the internet. You have to understand. Means what? Amazon has built the data centers. Amazon has built, means what? No need our organization should build the data center. Amazon has built the data centers across the globe. I will show you. So yeah, just remember like now whenever you want to start one company or your client is there. So for the client, we need some servers, some resources we need. For example, for my client. Okay, so no need to remember purchase the hardware, no need to purchase the softwares. Already Amazon is saying we have set up the data centers almost all everywhere in the globe. Just you create a account. Just we have to create a account in AWS. So you start yeah using the servers here. That is, see, whatever the cloud, whatever the computing resources we need, whatever the computing resources we need, all the cloud computing resources are available today in the cloud data centers across the globe. That is the reason. Suppose let's say your application is ready, your app is ready, our website is ready. Just we can take how much a capacity server we need. Just place the app and it will make ready. So make it ready. So immediately it starts working. We can start working. Means we can make the app to work immediately. That is like we have to understand here. So cloud computing, yeah, it has become very easy for every client today. Even remember, as compared with our normal licensing model, which we are purchasing to install in our local data center, for some softwares like Oracle, SQL Server, if you are going with cloud, its cost is very less. Why? Because in cloud we have different types of services are there. IaaS services are there, infrastructure as a service. PaaS services are there, platform as a service. SaaS is there, software as a service. Okay, we'll talk about those yeah, services. Different types of services are available. That's why if the if small scale client is there, they can go with PaaS services, platform as a service, so that the cost will be very less. Okay, just 1 second. 1 second, I will open the PPT. Okay, 1 second. Yeah, that's why in a single point we have to understand as a fresher or experienced person. So cloud computing is basically, it is a process of providing what? Computing resources over the internet. Very simple. Okay, process of providing the computing resources over the internet. We have to understand. Okay, right. So check here. First we'll see, in case of AWS, we have, if I go to say AWS infrastructure, if you type here, okay, or we can say global infrastructure. See here, global infrastructure means we can see here like various regions, some architecture is there, later we'll see. So one of a, this check here, if you see the, how the market is there. Means here Amazon AWS is leading in the market today. Leaders. Next we have Microsoft. Next we have Google. Okay, so these some challenges are there. Here, so many cloud computing providers are there actually, but Amazon is leading in the markets here, according to 2020 study last year. These people are there, Gartner. These people will do the various research reports actually. Last August up to 2020 here. Still AWS is leading in the market. It is very far here from Microsoft. This is here one of a leading cloud computing platform. Okay, and if you see the infrastructure, means everywhere here around the world, we have like data centers are there here. This is in US. Okay, South America. If you see here in Europe, yeah, recently they have built this data centers here in South Africa also. But in African countries already have said, no, we have infrastructure is not up to the mark. That's why still, Amazon is trying to build some data centers. Means recently they are planning to build data centers in Nairobi, which is Kenya here, for most of the African countries. In the Asia Pacific, if you see here, we have the data center. We have also here in India also we have our data centers. So check here in Asia Pacific, we have Mumbai is it? Mumbai in Asia Pacific. So data center means, remember, actually we'll call these as regions. We'll talk about the architecture, what is region, what is availability zone, various terms are there, architecture is there. We'll talk about that. And recently Amazon has started building the new data center, remember, in Hyderabad, in South India. Okay, yes. So just here, like every region has availability zones. Availability zone, just we can understand it as a data center. 3 data centers are there here, for example. I will talk about that later in detail. It was launched here in 2016 here in Mumbai region. Okay, so like this, like various regions are there. Almost all we can understand here. Almost all everywhere we have data centers are there, built-in data centers are there. So then why we have to build our own data centers, right? That is the reason here today everyone is going with cloud computing. We'll go, we'll move forward. Check here, cloud computing is the delivery of computing services over the internet. Cloud computing provides here everything what we need, we have to understand. Maybe we can take the servers like Linux servers, Windows servers, whatever the servers we need. We can take the storage, databases are available, networking components are available, like which we have seen just now, VPC, right? Virtual Private Network. Then all the software components are available. Once again, remember this cloud computing means, suppose let's say Microsoft Azure is there. It's not meaning that they are providing only Microsoft products. Means what I'm saying indirectly, cloud computing provides all the organizations' products are available here. Same thing in AWS also, we have Microsoft products are there, Oracle products are there, all the organization HP, every organization product is there in cloud computing. Okay, just we have to choose what we need. We can pay, depends on usage. We'll see that one. So everything is available here. Companies offering these computing services are called cloud providers. Okay, typically charges are there here based on usage only. Another important point we have to understand, depends on usage. Let's say my client is going to use, they are working morning 8 to evening 8, 12 hours. We need to pay only for these 12 hours only. No need to pay 24/7, 24 hours. Like this, it depends on usage only we are going to pay. Okay, right. So just here various benefits are there. Already we know, no need to purchase the hardware, no need to waste the time, plus no need to waste the money. Right. Second one, we have seen global presence. Just now we have seen data centers are there everywhere in the globe. Right, everywhere in the globe, data centers are there. That's why we can place the applications, we can place the resources in any data centers here. Maybe some slight cost difference may be there, but we can place our resources, remember, in any data center. No need to take any separate permissions. Okay, in any data center globally, we can place our resources. On-demand services are there. Means what? At any time you can create your machine. At any time you can create your databases. At any time you can deploy your databases. That is called here on-demand. Okay, yes. So next year, like scalability, already we have seen. We can increase or decrease the capacity of resources at any time. Means what? Tomorrow, Amazon sale is there, for example. Means what? For this 5 days, instead of using 256 GB RAM, I want to use 512 GB RAM for my server. Okay, after 5 days, what we can do? We can reduce again. Means what? Once the sale is over, for example, I will take it back to 256 GB RAM. Here, no need to pay money for 512 GB RAM. Only for 5 days we are paying money for 512 GB RAM. Then in the remaining next again I will take it back to 256 GB. Understood, right? So that such type of flexibility is there here in cloud computing. One of the major benefit of cloud computing. Broad network access. We know from anywhere we can access the resources which are there in cloud computing. Pay as you go. See, different types of options are there here. We'll talk about this. Different types of payment models are there. So one of a model is that pay as you go. Means what? Depends on usage only we are paying. No need to pay any fixed amount. Okay. So depends on usage only we are paying. Hybrid compatibility. Another very, very important benefit is that even remember we can combine the on-premises environment plus cloud computing environments. Here we can connect actually. Means what? Already we have local data center is there already. Instead of wasting that local data center resources, I want to use this local data center with cloud data center. Means what? Some servers I want to maintain in local data centers. Some servers I want to maintain in what? Cloud data center. So still the option is there here. That is called hybrid compatibility. We'll see that one once again. Then in the same way, high performance options are there. Why? Because here see, whatever the resources AWS is using, servers, networking components, especially like storage. So all those, remember, like very latest components they are using. Especially in case of storage, remember, They are using normal HDDs. We have normal HDDs are there, plus basic SSDs are there, plus premium SSDs are available with us. Premium SSDs are available. Okay, so we know already, like today with SSDs we are getting very high performance we are getting. Okay, so that's why like IO throughput is very high. So that is the reason here, like we are getting very high performance we are getting. These are like various benefits are there with cloud computing. I think maybe if somebody don't have knowledge, maybe they got the idea what is cloud computing, what are the various benefits of cloud computing. Just we'll see some official definition, we'll see. Then what is the official definition of cloud computing? Check here from NIST, National Institute of Standards and Technology, NIST here. We have the official definition for cloud computing here. Cloud computing is a model for enabling convenient, check here, convenient on-demand network access. Already we know the resources which are there in cloud data center. For example, in Mumbai data center, we have some servers are there. So we can access through the network, plus on demand. On demand means what? At any time, we can create the resources actually. That is called what? On demand. Shared pool of configurable computing resources here. Means what? Already computing resources are there, servers are there, storage is there, already resources are there, just we can configure, we can start using. Means what? One server is there already, then we can configure how much RAM is required. Okay, so who can access that servers? We can configure the firewall, we can set the server name, we can set the IP address, we can start using. See here, suppose tomorrow you want one Linux server, one Windows server. No need to install the Linux, no need to install the Windows from scratch. Generally, we know, right? If you purchase one fresh laptop, already Windows is there, right? Yes, but once we switch on the fresh laptop, it will ask your name, some Wi-Fi connection point, some language, region, just right? 4-5 steps are there. Just we can put that 4-5 steps. Once we set, then our system is ready. Same thing here also. Remember, in the cloud data centers, our servers are ready. Just we have to configure, start using. That's why we are calling it as a configurable computing resources. We have to understand. Okay, so that can be rapidly provisioned. Provisioning means, remember, creating. Just remember, here the term is there, provisioning is there actually in cloud computing, means it's meaning that creating. Okay, yes, rapidly, immediately we can create, we have to understand. And we can manage it with minimal management efforts here. Maintenance is also not lengthy, so AWS will take care of what? Maintenance also. This is the first part of the definition. Second part of the definitions here, this cloud model is composed of 5 essential characteristics, 3 service models, 4 deployment models here. Very, very important point. 5 essential characteristics are there. Whenever we say that this is tomorrow, let's say my company, Durgasoft, has developed one platform, we are saying that it is a cloud platform. How you know whether it is a cloud platform or not? For that purpose, we'll check these 5 essential characteristics are there or not. Means we have to understand that if these 5 essential characteristics are there, then we can say that it is a cloud platform. That's why every cloud platform has 5 essential characteristics, 3 service models like IaaS, PaaS, SaaS, okay, and 4 deployment models. 4 deployment models are there. We'll see public cloud is there, private cloud is there, hybrid cloud is there, public plus private, and community cloud is there, 4 deployment models are there. Take here, just we'll see briefly, we'll see some demo, we'll see with the AWS how we can create the account. Just I will take 10 minutes more time, don't worry. Yes, check here, like 5 essential characteristics are there. So I am going step by step, okay, so that everything should be very clear. Directly I can open the AWS console, I can create a machine, I can show you, but we need to understand in detail what is cloud computing, what is the official definition of cloud computing. These are important for us. Anyhow, those things practically I will show you everything as part of our course. So here 5 characteristics of on-demand services already we have seen. On-demand self-service, right? At any time we can create the servers, we can make it ready by our own. Broad network access already we know we can access from any network, anywhere. Anywhere we can access, right? Broad network access. The same way, rapid elasticity is it very, very important characteristic of a cloud computing environment. Elasticity means what? We have scale up, scale down. So means what? At any time we can increase the resources, we can decrease the resources. Okay, so that's why we have to understand here. Elasticity is nothing but what? We can increase the resources at any time. We can decrease the resources at any time. Means what? Already we have seen, like Amazon sale is there. I want 512 GB RAM server only for 5 days. After that, I want to take it back to 256 GB. That is like elasticity is possible with that. Measured services. Measured services means what? Like depends on usage only we are going to pay. No need to pay any fixed money. Resource pools are there, means all the resources are there. Already we have seen servers, storage, networking, components, everything are there readily available. These are the 5 essential characteristics of cloud computing: on-demand self-service, broad network access, rapid elasticity, measured services, and resource pools. Yes, these are generally we have to understand here. First point we have to understand, in cloud computing, every resource is provided as a service. Okay, generally we know as a service means what? For example, internet service provider is there. We are not paying him 2 lakhs, 10 lakhs, 15 lakhs initially, right? Why? Because we are not purchasing, means we are paying depends on usage. Monthly depends on monthly usage we are paying, for example, as a service. Correct, right? Same thing, remember here also. Here also, every resource, maybe you want some server, maybe you want some networking components or storage, everything is provided here as a service. Means as a service means indirectly we have to understand, depends on usage only we need to pay. Depends on usage only we are going to pay. We are not going to pay any fixed money. That's why remember, in cloud computing, everything is provided as a service. Okay. And these services which are there in cloud computing, almost all hundreds of services are available today. These services can be classified into these 3 categories here: infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. Here, first point we have seen, everything is provided in the form of service. It may be server or storage, anything. And second one we have to understand here, everything, these services are divided into 3 categories: infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. 3 categories. Just remember, infrastructure as a service means what? They are providing the infrastructure elements in the form of services. Means what? With how much GB RAM server we need, how much terabytes of storage we need, networking components, VPN, firewalls, all those are provided as a service here. Means what? Already we know. Let's say one server is there, depends on usage. Per minute cost is there, per hour cost is there. Okay, different models are there, pricing models we'll talk about later. So that's, remember, infrastructure is readily available. The cloud data center. Okay, means what? In IaaS, what? Let's say one, for scenario purpose, let's say tomorrow you want to build some Java application, for example. First, you will purchase one. I will take one server. I will take one server from IaaS. After taking one server in IaaS, in that I will make the platform ready. Means what? I will install Java runtime, for example. I will install the Apache server, Tomcat server. I will install Arkel. Whatever we need the setup, everything will, means what? In case of IaaS, means remember here, fresh machines are provided. Fresh machine, our own dedicated machine, we can create here. Later, we can create our own platform. It may be Java platform, .NET platform, Arkel, Sybase, whatever the platform. After creating the platform, then we can deploy the Java applications, .NET applications. We can make the users to start working. Understood, right? Yes, in case of IaaS, what I am saying, if we want to maintain our own dedicated server, if we want to go with our own dedicated server, then we are going with IaaS. Then whereas PaaS is a platform as a service. Means what? Just we have to understand here, in case of IaaS, you have to understand it is a fresh laptop, for example. Just for basic understanding, I'm saying, don't say in the interview IaaS means fresh laptop. Just I'm saying, means what? Which has some hardware is there, plus operating system is there. Later we have to install what? We have to install our own platform, then deploy the applications. So that's why instead of what we can do, why? Because in IaaS, if you are taking our own dedicated server, its cost may be huge. Its cost may be more. That's why what we can do, instead of taking our own dedicated server, we can take a shared server. Means what? In that server, my Java applications are there, other client Java applications are there, other client .NET applications are there. We can take a shared server, we can take. In that shared server, remember, already Amazon has installed the Java runtime. They have already made the application server ready. Everything is ready. In case of PaaS, means just we have to understand, this is like our laptop plus platform. Means what? Java runtime engine is there, plus, for example, I'm saying Apache server is there, plus Arkel is there, everything is there. Platform is also there. But once again, remember, it is not my dedicated server, it is a shared server here. Here, dedicated server we are taking, then we are preparing our own platform. But here, platform is also ready here. But it is once again shared environment. My company applications are there in the same server. Other client applications are also there. That's why we have to understand here indirectly for startup client. The users. Okay, that is like a PaaS we have to understand, which is a shared environment. Means it is not dedicated server, it is a shared server. We have to understand. Cost is very less. Its cost is very less. Whereas SaaS is their software as a service, software as a service. Just remember, infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. In case of software as a service, remember, it is PaaS, means, once again, remember, PaaS means IaaS plus platform, we have to see. SaaS means again, PaaS means platform is there. Either we can go with IaaS, we can use what, either IaaS or PaaS services, plus we can add our own application. Okay, we'll provide this application to end users, which is comes under here SaaS, software as is. Yes, sorry. Check here. That is like SaaS means, remember what I will do as a IT company. Let's say I'm running one IT company, for example. I will take either IaaS or PaaS services from Amazon, plus we'll add our own developed application, Java application. This application will provide to our end users who are what, non-IT companies. Basically, what they will do, just they will open our website, they will make registration, they will subscribe, they will create a subscription, they can start our application. Means what, SaaS application means, remember, it is not installed in every client machine. It is there in the cloud data center. Just the client will have their own URL / client name. Just they will log in, they will start working. That is your SaaS application. Understood, right? These are the three main types of services are there. Means whatever the services are there in cloud computing, those are classified into these three main categories we have to understand. Okay, these three main categories. As part of our course, all these we'll discuss here in our AWS course. Okay, yes. Just if any confusion is there, please go through the recording once again. You will get more idea. Last point we'll see. That's why, remember, in case of traditional IT, in case of on-premises environment, everything we have to manage. We should maintain all the teams. Whereas in case of IaaS, remember, networking, storage, servers, virtualization, all these are managed by Microsoft or Amazon or Google, means cloud providers. OS we can manage. Okay, otherwise AWS will manage, that is optional. But middleware's runtime like Java runtime, .NET runtime, or database servers, applications we have to manage. Means what, only dedicated server we can maintain here. In case of IaaS, our own dedicated server we can maintain. Whereas again in PaaS we have to know everything, even runtimes also are ready. .NET runtime, Java runtime, Oracle, SQL Server, softwares are readily available. Just we have to deploy our application, we have to deploy our databases, start working. Suppose tomorrow you have developed one application ready. Just use the PaaS services, place your application. Within 1 hour, you can make it available to the users here. Whereas in SaaS, we have seen everything is provided by provider only, but indirectly we have to understand SaaS means what? As a IT company, let's say I'm running one IT company. I will take either IaaS or PaaS services from Amazon. We'll add our own application, own database. Then we'll provide that application to our end users as a SaaS application. See, normal application, SaaS application differences, I think it is clear, right? Normal application means it should be installed in their local laptops. Whereas SaaS application means what? It is not installed in the local laptops of local machines at client location. So it is installed in the cloud only. Just they will create a subscription. They can start working. Yes, Kailas. Already it is there, content in the link. You can see the content. Yes, just 2 points. We'll see what are the certifications are there. We'll see again in detail all these things. We'll go with the AWS in detail. Just remember global network. See, everywhere, like, yeah, we have global networks here. Everywhere data centers are there here across the globe. Already we have seen what are the certifications are there here. We can see here in case of AWS. Certifications are there, various certifications are there here. Generally, we have different categories are there. Certifications categories are there. Okay. Sorry, correct. Check here. Like first one here, foundational certification is there, AWS Cloud Practitioner. Then we have associate certifications are there, professional. Third one, last one here, specialty. Okay, so that is like yeah. So in case of associates here, we have solution architect is there, sysops and developer. Okay, so that is like yeah, solution associate is it, and professional is also there. So yeah, first what you can do, you can finish this yeah associate actually solution associate architecture associate is it, then professional is there. That's why tomorrow, if you want to work as a DevOps engineer, you can write this SysOps or developer, any one exam. After that, you can write this DevOps exam. Means first we need any one of these for DevOps, then we can write this DevOps exam. But as part of our course, we are focusing on the solution architect plus some of the concepts from developer. Remaining 20% concept of developer, you can, I will share you if you want the books, I will share you, PDF books I will share you so that you can go through it. So these are the specialized certifications that we can do later. First, we can start with associate actually certifications. Right. So like we have seen like yeah, infrastructure is there already. We have seen across the globe. We have discussed already across the globe today. We have infrastructure is there. We can see that every fair. That's why let's see what we'll do. We'll conclude the session. We'll take like some questions. We'll continue again. See, as part of today's session, first point we have to understand summary. Cloud computing is the method which is yeah, where cloud computing is a collection of what data centers which are available across the globes here. Collection of data centers which are available across the globes here, cloud computing. Okay, and see like all the second point, remember all the computing resources are provided, yeah, in the form of services we have discussed. And majorly we have summarized already three major services are there, IaaS, PaaS and SaaS, software as a service. After that we have discussed like yeah, Amazon Web Services was first time, remember they have launched in the market in the year 2007, almost 14 years back, for example. So that's why first time they have launched in the market. That's why they are the leaders today in the industry. Okay, who are the leading the cloud computing business. Okay, yes. After that, we have seen cloud computing has we have seen five essential characteristics. We have seen five essential characteristics are there. Some spelling may be wrong, no problem. Three service models are there, right? Four deployment models are there. Four deployment models are there here. Means how we can deploy the cloud. One is your public cloud is there. By default, remember we are placing our resources in the Amazon data center. which is called say public cloud. Okay, so whereas private cloud is there, even remember our AWS or Amazon or Microsoft or Google, they can set up the local also, our on-premises environment also. That is called private cloud. Basically, this private cloud is required for banking, for government organizations whose cost is very high. The same way, like we have hybrid cloud is it, which is a combination of public plus private, hybrid. The same way we have community cloud is there. Okay, community cloud is there, which is for respective community people, like like hospital community, schools community, like this different community. By default, remember, we are going to work, say 80% we are working with public cloud computing models. Okay, right. Yes, please, if any questions are there, we'll take for 5 minutes time is there with us. Contents, Kailas already have said. You can go to our Durgasoft website, you can see. Okay, you can see here, if you click on AWS, you can see the course contents. Yeah, click on AWS, we can see the course content. Okay, right. Yes, at the beginning also I have discussed. Okay, second question, after learn this course, can I, yeah, you can take certification, just we need extra preparation is required for us. You have to prepare, lengthy questions will be there. I will share you that solution associate or developer, which book you want, PDF book, I will share you, okay, you have to prepare. Currently for certifications, remember online option is it, you can attend from anywhere. Okay. One question is there, is it possible to change the timing to 8:30 to 9:30? No. Durgasoft team will decide, but we'll go with 9 o'clock is better. Right. So share notes and video session. They will provide you link. Durgasoft team will provide you once we do registration. Vivek, no need to worry. Okay. So you can watch the daily recordings. Yeah, correct. Daily recordings will provide you up to 6 months validity will be there. So you can go through those recordings. Okay, no need to worry. Yeah, the timings will remain same. Okay, 9 o'clock, 9 a.m. IST. Okay. Prerequisites, yeah, no need to worry, Suraj. Some Linux basics are required. I will teach you Linux commands, some basic commands which we need. Bhavan Singhji, I will teach you, no need to worry. This course is more towards solution architect. Yeah, means it is a common course actually. Not only we are focusing solution architect, some developer concepts are also there. You can check the content before joining. Okay, right. For interview, we need certification, not compulsory. It is actually certification. It's not compulsory for us. This is a common course we have to understand. Tomorrow you are learning Java. Java, we have common course, Java course, which we have total Java content, right? Which we need to work in the organization. Same thing here also. The concepts which we need to work in the organization as a AWS engineer, those concepts we are going to cover. Okay, no need to worry. Networking knowledge is required. One question is there, Ravi is asking. So I will teach basic networking knowledge before starting VPC. No need to worry. Okay, we have VPC is there, virtual private cloud here. I will teach step by step, no need to worry. Anil Kumar, yes, it is possible. You can talk to the Durgasoft team, please. Okay. For the same questions, you can contact them. No need to worry. We'll give guidance in interview CV preparation. One question is there, Venu is asking. Anyhow, I will provide you FAQs, I will provide you, no need to worry. I will provide you sample CV, Venu. You can write it, you can prepare yourself, okay? After preparing, just send me again. I will check one time, okay? Then you can upload, okay? Right. Vivek is asking, show gap as a experience. Almost all up to if you practice well. It's not meaning that just attend for 30 days, you can start working with 4 years, 5 years experience. What I'm saying indirectly, practice is important for us. For practicing, remember from our side, we are not providing any lab, anything. So you can create a account in AWS. Free account we can create. Free tier account is there in AWS. We can create what? Free tier account. You can start practicing. Okay, so yeah, free tier account is there. I will discuss this in our course. Okay, you can create a free tier account for here. We can sign up here, free tier account, free account, so that you can start practicing by your own. Create a free account, I will show you. Okay, no need to install any softwares, anything. So just we can create a free tier account here. We can start practicing. Okay. What's the course duration? Already we have discussed, we need 30 to 40 hours we need. We may go up to 30 to 40 days. What is the course? Okay, one is Vinny is asking. During class explanation, real-time example shown, explainer. No, everything is practical only. If it is only theory, why you have to come to this course, right? Everything is practical only. No, theory, practical, same thing, similar to other courses. Okay, you can also already, that's why I've said, you can also practice by creating an account. Will daily notes will be shared? Daily notes will not be shared. Means what? Whatever the PPTs I'm explaining, those PPTs I will share you. That is our notes. You can write parallelly also while discussing concepts. If you want some extra notes. Plus, already have said, I will share you the PDF book. I will share you that PDF book also. You can go through it. Right, Anil Kumar? Okay, right. Good consultancy for jobs. Those things you have to talk with our Durgasoft team. If they have any option, they will provide you. Why? Because we are here to help you, but sometimes, yeah, we can't, due to our limitation, we may not provide you, but better you contact Vivek Kumar, consultancy related to our team, Durgasoft team. Yeah. Any project so that services we can try out that takes us close to real-time work. Chiru is asking, yes, as part of our course, there is no project actually, but every concept I will show you project oriented. Specifically, there is no project here, Chiru. If want, we'll see after the course, if some people are interested, we can take as a separate course on project. Okay, separate course, separate. Okay, we'll see later. But in this only, why? Because 30-35 days we can't do everything. First, we have to be very good in the concepts, right? So that is important for us. Practically, we have to do every concept practically. After that, we can implement project easily. Can you provide material for uncovered developers? Yeah, what I'm saying, for that, I will provide you the book actually, soft PDF book. Okay, developer exam PDF book, I will provide you, Venkatesh Varni, so that you can go through that, uncovered concepts. You can go through that very easily. Okay, right. Any other doubts are there, please? Yeah, already have said, it means theory, practical, parallelly we'll do that, similar to other courses. Okay. Yes. Already we have discussed duration. We need 30 to 40 hours. Anudeep, yes. 30 to 40 hours we are going to discuss. Okay. Minimum we need 30 hours. Maybe some extra concepts may be there. Maybe we are going step by step from scratch every concept. Maybe it may go up to 35 to 40 hours. Yeah, it will run 2 months, but it will not exactly 2 months, but we'll see, we'll finish on weekends if we take some extra Saturdays sometime. We'll try to finish in 40 days. Okay. Yeah, Saturday also we have class except Sunday, Monday to Saturday. Okay. Yes. Okay. Thank you very much once again for joining my class. We'll continue again. Tomorrow we'll continue same time, 9 a.m. IST, same time we'll continue. If further queries are there, please talk to our Durgasoft team. They will help you. Okay. Yes. Yes. I'm concluding the session. Once again, thank you very much. Keep safe. Be safe. Thank you.